Did you know you can make wine from almost any fruit? From apples to mangoes, the possibilities are endless. The key is choosing ripe, flavorful fruit to ensure a rich taste. Avoid underripe or overripe fruit, as they can affect the final flavor. Wash your fruit thoroughly to remove any dirt or pesticides. Once cleaned, chop or crush the fruit to release its natural juices. This is the first step in creating a delicious homemade wine. Sanitization is crucial in winemaking. Any bacteria or wild yeast can ruin your batch. Use a food-grade sanitizer to clean all your equipment, including fermentation vessels, spoons, and airlocks. Even a small contamination can lead to off flavors or spoilage. Rinse everything thoroughly and let it air dry before use. This simple step ensures your wine ferments properly and tastes amazing. Never skip sanitization, it's the foundation of great homemade wine. Now let's extract the juice. If using soft fruits like berries or peaches, mash them with a potato masher or blend them lightly. For harder fruits like apples, use a juicer or press. The goal is to break down the fruit to release its natural sugars. Place the mashed fruit into a fermentation vessel. If needed, add a little water to help extract more juice. This juice will be the base of your delicious homemade wine. Sugar is essential for fermentation. Depending on the fruit's natural sweetness, you may need to add sugar. Measure the sugar content using a hydrometer. If the fruit is low in sugar, add granulated sugar or honey to boost fermentation. Stir well to dissolve it completely. The sugar feeds the yeast, helping it convert juice into alcohol. Balancing sugar levels ensures your wine isn't too dry or too sweet. This step is key to achieving the perfect taste. Yeast is what turns fruit juice into wine. Choose a wine yeast suited for your fruit type. Champagne yeast works well for most fruits, while specific strains enhance flavors. Sprinkle the yeast over the juice and stir gently. Cover the vessel with a clean cloth or an airlock to allow fermentation gases to escape. Within 24 hours, you'll see bubbles forming. This means fermentation has begun. Yeast is the magic ingredient that brings your wine to life. Fermentation is where the magic happens. Store your vessel in a dark, cool place between 65 to 75 degrees. The yeast will consume the sugar, producing alcohol and carbon dioxide. Stir the mixture daily for the first few days to keep the yeast active. After about a week, fermentation will slow down. This primary fermentation stage usually lasts 7 to 10 days. Patience is key. Rushing this process can affect the final flavor of your homemade wine. Time to strain the wine. After primary fermentation, remove the fruit solids by straining the liquid through a fine mesh or cheesecloth. This helps separate the juice from any leftover pulp. Transfer the strained liquid into a clean fermentation vessel, leaving behind any sediment. This step ensures a smoother wine with fewer impurities. Be gentle to avoid disturbing the sediment too much. Now your wine is ready for secondary fermentation. Secondary fermentation is all about refining the wine. Seal the vessel with an airlock and let it sit undisturbed for several weeks. During this time, the yeast continues working and the flavors develop. The wine will start to clear as sediment settles at the bottom. Avoid opening the vessel too often to prevent contamination. This stage requires patience, but it's worth it. The longer the wine ferments, the better the taste. Racking is the process of transferring wine off the sediment. Using a siphon, carefully move the clear liquid into a new sanitized vessel, leaving the sediment behind. This helps improve clarity and flavor. Repeat this process every few weeks until the wine is clear. Each racking step removes unwanted particles, resulting in a smoother wine. Be patient. Good wine takes time. This step ensures a clean, professional quality homemade wine. Sweetening your wine is optional but can enhance the flavor. If your wine is too dry, add a sugar syrup or honey to taste. However, fermentation can restart if yeast is still active. To prevent this, stabilize the wine with potassium sorbate before sweetening. Stir well and let it sit for a few days. This step allows you to control the final taste, ensuring your wine is perfectly balanced and delicious.